All right, guys, so decided to, hopefully it's not too noisy out here, but decided to make a video about the final last night. Manchester United versus Tottenham Hotspur as a United fan. Um, yeah, I just wanted to give my feelings, my thoughts. Um, well, it was quite a boring match in all honesty. It wasn't a great match. Um, wasn't a lot happening. Um, I would say, obviously and clearly, that Man United definitely had more possession in the game. Um, However, Tottenham defended really well. I felt like Tottenham really defended well, and I have to give them credit for that. I thought that our attack tried, but it wasn't effective, which brings me to the first point, which is I just felt that the selection for the final was not very good. I think bringing in Mason Mount when he hasn't done anything to get to the final. I know he scored a couple of goals in one of the matches prior, but to be honest, that match was already won. So I have no idea why Amorim decided to bring Mason Mount in when Garnacho had done all the heavy lifting from before. So, which is my first problem with Amorim as well, because his team selections are ridiculous. This guy's a criminal. I'm sorry. I don't normally go on and rant about Man United managers, but this one has really tested my patience. I've got a video here previously talking about, I don't do many, but I did one when Ten Hag was in saying how he should stay. And today, well, last night I was proven right because I know for a fact that if Ten Hag was in charge for that final, we would have won. But because we got this clown in charge, and I call him a clown, and I find it hard to say things like that about United. I don't slag off United players or managers really, but this guy has really tested my patience. I liked him when he first came in. I didn't have any big issues. Yes, I felt Ten Hag should have stayed, but I embrace Amorim. You know what I mean? I embrace the new thing and whatever. But I can't understand why the board chose to get someone who literally his system doesn't fit any of the players. Like, I can't believe they looked at the players and thought, I know, this system will work for these guys. Like, what were they thinking? It's almost as if there's an inside job on United and there are people in there trying to destroy the club from the inside because the way in which it's being handled and managed seems like it's self-sabotage. Like, why would you get this guy in now and there's it doesn't fit any of the players? It seems so ridiculous to do that. And as a fan, it's frustrating. I mean, after the final, I just felt that sick feeling in my stomach. I just felt like, you know what, I just really hope we win this. But inside, actually, I knew we wouldn't win it. I knew we wouldn't. I could see Tottenham winning it because the team is so bad. There doesn't seem to be any confidence in them to play the way he wants to play. And then they all say what they're supposed to say. Oh yeah, Amorim knows what to do. We got 100% confidence in him. But it's like if you actually watch them play, you can see that this isn't working. But yet the board are going to back him. And this is my point. He's alienated players. Like I didn't mind so much Rashford. You know, I didn't mind so much Rashford because I could see that Rashford was, shall we say, Rashford wasn't so happy at United, and I could understand that to a degree, and I could understand wanting to let him go. So I took that one, even though in my heart I feel like, why get rid of your best striker in the middle of the season? For what? For what purpose? Why not just get rid of him at the end of the season? What good did it do? What good did it do to get rid of Rashford? It did zero good, which is the second thing. He's got rid of players that for me would have done well. Players like Anthony, who actually has shown in Real Betis that he is a real player. And I always thought that Anthony had he always had a rough deal at United because the media was so against him. But he's proven that actually he's got quality, he just wasn't given the chance. And this manager gets rid of Anthony, gets rid of Rashford, and then thinks that we're going to have a chance at the end of the season. It's almost as if this guy is sadomasochistic. He loves pain. Amorim is sadomasochistic. He loves pain. He likes losing. This manager likes losing. He likes suffering. He's always talking about, oh, we're suffering, we're suffering. This guy's crazy. He likes suffering. He likes losing. Wow. I've never seen anything like it. And I've supported United since I was a little boy. I've never seen this before. This is different. I mean, I've put up with so many managers and seen how Van Gaal, Mourinho, I didn't want any of them to get sacked. I was supporting all of them. But this guy, honestly, unless he pulls off an absolute miracle next season and proves us all wrong, which I'd say the odds are like really, really bad for that to happen. This guy is literally destroying a generation of Man United. He's going to get rid of Garnacho. He's going to obviously get rid of Højlund. A lot of people don't like him. But in fairness, the system doesn't suit him, so he looks terrible. Just like the goalkeeper looks terrible because the system ain't working. If the system ain't working, the goalkeeper ain't going to look good. You're conceding goals. I think Onana has actually had a rough ride. Because at the end of the day, if the team isn't playing well and conceding goals, of course the goalkeeper don't look good. There's only so many shots that you can save. You know what I mean? Like, he could save like 10 shots in a match. But then if he makes one mistake and it's his fault, he gets the blame. So I don't agree with that. I don't think Onana is as bad as people are making out. But to get rid of like Garnacho, Højlund, now Manu as well. It's like this guy is destroying a whole generation. He's literally spoiling everything. This guy is going to destroy everything we ever loved, you know what I mean? And leave here and go, oh, well, I did my best. This guy's going to destroy everything that we know and love about Man United, and he's going to walk out of here with a smile on his face. I swear. I can see that happening. I can see him walking out. Because, listen, before the final, the guy had a smile on his face. He was enjoying the press conference, laughing with the press, laughing with the media, laughing with Fernandez. He was having a great time, and then we lose the match and he's still having a great time. You know what I mean? Like, this guy's just, I don't know. I'm not seeing this before. I'm not seeing the pain and suffering on his side. I'm seeing the pain and suffering on the United and fan side. He's not suffering. He seems to be enjoying this. This is fun. He likes to see suffering, of United fans, it seems. He seems to enjoy it. So, yeah, I've never been any manager out, but bloody hell, this guy is really pushing me to my limits. I've never been so sick of someone. I can't stand to see his face. I can't even look at his face. I don't want to see any pictures, nothing. I'm so annoyed with him. Like, I don't even want to see his face. What he's doing is wild. I've never seen this. I've never seen someone just want everyone to suffer. You know what I mean? And just enjoy it. You know what I mean? And just enjoy it and just, rein it in. You know what I mean? Like, this is like some kind of get off for him. Like, this is some kind of fantasy for him. I came to United to watch everyone suffer. It's like, what the oh my God. I have no words. I just needed to, I think, clear my head and sort of get out some of the rage from the game, because My goodness, I've never seen it this bad. And, you know, it looks like we're going to be ending up getting rid of Garnacho, one of my favourite players, the only player who, when he's on, feels like we're going to score, we're going to create a chance. Chose not to pick him in the team. Wild. Wild. I want to pick Luke Shaw because he hasn't played well for the last couple of games. He's warned you. He warned Amorim, I'm not going to play well. And he didn't. And he still picked him. So, it's wild. The favourites that he has this love for Mason Mount for some reason. I have no idea. Maybe he's a family member. Maybe he's got some Portuguese blood. I'm not sure. But this guy has a love for Mason Mount. And apparently he's going to be our main man next season. This is the guy we're going to hang our boots on. Mason Mount. I mean, at one point, he was probably a decent player, like when he was at Chelsea and he was like, he didn't have the injury and everything. And I get it. He played for England and he was solid. But I never really was a fan, but I could see why people like him because he's a very neat player, very tidy player, and he works hard. And I get that. But to hang your boots on Mason Mount for the season, this guy's going to trust this guy to bring back the glory days at United. I'm like, oh my God, Amorim smoking something. I don't know what it is, but it must be the chronic. You know what I mean? I don't know what it is, what he's smoking to think that Mason Mount is going to bring back glory days. It's wild. But yeah, so I'm just trying to figure it out, man. Just like the rest of you United fans, what do you think? I don't know. It takes something significant these days for me to do a video on this channel. And that was significant because last night, it really upset, my children watching the team lose like that. It was really embarrassing. So it's really hard to see a comeback from this. And his plan, I don't know who he's going to bring in who he thinks is going to solve this, but he doesn't even know how to play the players he's got. And I don't think he can bring in a whole new 11. So, and then the other issue is Bruno Fernandes. This is his second European final, and he's lost both. Something tells me he isn't the guy to hang your hat on either. Because I know he's quality at times, and he's a good player. I get it. He's great at penalties. He's good at free kicks. I get it. I understand. He is quality. But I don't know if he's the guy to hang your hat on, man. Because this guy doesn't get winning, like the big stuff. He doesn't really get that yet. And the worrying thing is that neither does Amorim, because that was his first European final, and he lost it. I just don't think he's got that thing in him that will win finals. Some people have it and some people don't. Ten Hag did. He had that thing where if he got in a final, most of the time, he's going to win. But I just don't get that feeling with Amorim. I get the feeling that possibly, he might like losing and he's a bit of a bridesmaid as opposed to a bride. I just feel like that with him. And his laid-back approach to the final, how he came into the final with his laid-back approach, wearing his white trainers and white T-shirt. He can't even put on a tie. This guy is just, nah. You know what? Bring back the days of, when United players had to turn up for every game with a suit, tie. That doesn't happen anymore. He comes in his tracksuit. He comes in his, I'm almost swear, he comes in his blooming tracksuit. The same tracksuit. He must have about 10 of them in his wardrobe. He comes in with his same tracksuit, man. And this guy, no suit, no tie, no class, no seriousness. This guy's playing. And honestly, there's strong words from me, but I don't normally do this, but I have to say, I can't see anything. There's no signs, nothing that makes me think, yeah, this guy's got the right idea. I liked United when they used to come dressed properly. They came serious for the game because it's Old Trafford. It's a place where you come and it's serious business. But he lets everyone come in their tracksuit. You know what I mean? This guy is a joke. I just, yeah. It's not often that I agree with Rants on many things, but on this particular topic, I actually agree with him. And in some ways, he goes over the top with it, but I have to agree with him on the subject of this, that the manager looks way out of his depth. And it just looks like it's going to be a long couple of years, guys. So strap yourself in. I ain't going to watch any football. I don't really care what happens in the Aston Villa game. I'm not even going to watch it, I don't think. I don't even think I'm going to watch it. It's just irrelevant. What? I don't care if United win 10-0 or lose 10-0. It's still, I don't know what I'd be more offended by, to be honest. If they win it, I think I'd be even more offended because I'd be like, where was that in the final? But I guess, we have next season to look forward to, but I'm not sure, man. I've never been so unsure about a United team than this, And, they talk about Cunha coming in and, Delap. But I don't even think these guys are good enough to save us. They're just going to be mixed in with the misery. It's going to be more pain, more misery. Bruno Fernandes giving the ball away. Amorim rubbing his head on the touchline. It's just, he doesn't even look happy. You look at someone and you think, yeah, they're really enjoying being United manager. He doesn't look like he's even enjoying it. When he's on the touchline, he just looks stressed. Doesn't even look like he's enjoying the task at all. And people can blame the squad, but the squad is a very good squad. It's actually a really good squad. But you're going to get rid of these players, bring in the next peak group, and you're going to hate them as well, because that's just what United fans do. They just think the answer to everything is spend more money, bring in more players, and everything's going to be okay. But the truth is that football doesn't work like that. The players that we got are very good players. Look at the ones that we said we had to get rid of. McTominay, Anthony, Rashford, Malacia. All these guys have won trophies in this season. So it just goes to show that it was actually the environment. It wasn't the players. It was the environment. We already had great players. We've got rid of so many great players, and we're going to get rid of more this season and buy in more rubbish players for next season. And it's just going to be the same cycle. Oh, this guy isn't good enough. This guy isn't good enough. We need more. We need more. I remember when everyone was crying out for Ugarte. You know what I mean? What happened to him then? You know what I mean? Like, it's ridiculous. I remember when everyone was crying out for Sancho. What happened there? Absolute ridiculous. It's ridiculous, But, yeah, I guess this goes some way to making me feel a bit better that I've got this off my chest. I just had to talk about it, really, because it was just a crazy game for me. I just couldn't understand it. As soon as I saw the team sheet, I just had my doubts. I tried to believe in Mason Mount, to be honest. I was like, you know what, kids? Mason Mount's playing. Come on, he's getting in form now. But the manager clearly knows nothing about Mason Mount, but he likes him. So he doesn't know how to even play the players he likes properly. He likes Mason Mount, and Mason Mount doesn't play properly in the system. So what happens when he gets more players that he likes and they can't play in the system? Insane. How many training sessions does this guy need to install his system and to get everyone comfortable? I don't know. It could be what? 10, 20, 30, 200, 300? I don't know. How many training sessions does this guy need to get his point across so that people understand what they're doing? It must be so complicated. He needs to give each of the squad a training manual. They need a Bible. They need the Amorim Bible to understand the system. Well, that's what we need. We need to give all the players a Bible because it's so complicated. It's so complicated that these guys need a whole preseason and they need the whole of next season to get to grips with the system. That's how complicated it is, guys. You go figure it out. But yeah, I can't. I don't think they should continue with this. It's just ridiculous. We should never have got rid of Ten Hag. I said it before. That guy would have won us more trophies this season, and we would not be where we are in the league, definitely. And it's such a shame. They got it so horribly wrong. Congratulations, Man United. You got it so horribly wrong.